Howdy pards, MrHolster here. Just cleaning a gun. Browning high power. At any rate, so I'm cleaning it and I'm looking at it and I just realized something that I hadn't before. You know, there are no new ideas in this world. Just rehashed ones, and in the gun world, pretty much all the new ideas were John Browning's and everybody else's, just repeating them. At any rate, you notice on a Browning you've got this groove cut into the lower part of the slide right here. And if you look at the frame, you can see that tab that sticks out on the either side of the shroud there. And what happens is, when you not only do you have these contact points and these rails, the rail here and the rail back here, but you've got these rails right here on the very front of the frame. So the gun, you see these little rails cut into the slide down here. These rails fit right into it. You can see on the front, on the shroud, these two little tiny rails right inside this when that gun's functioning. That's how you get these nice, tight, well-working guns. Browning high power, designed by John Browning. And the reason I thought about that this morning while I was cleaning the gun is that's the bad part about getting old. Yeah, these little lines and things, it's hard to see. Okay, so if you look at this Kahr CW45 polymer frame, it's got actually a set of rails of polymer here and then a little tiny steel insert, which isn't necessarily all that impressive, but that's, I mean, because it's so small. But it is riding on what I assume is stainless steel insert right here on the rear. The rest of it's polymer. It seems to be holding up fine, and I have shot it quite a bit. If you look at the slide, you got the same thing going on here. See that cut on the Browning in the front, and you see the little cut, the groove, right here on the Kahr 45. A little easier to see on the 45. You can see it right there on the Browning high power. Where the Browning high power has the rails right here machined into the shroud on the front of the metal frame, the Kahr with a polymer frame has these little metal rails right here, which again I assume are stainless steel. And these little metal rails on this shroud fit inside that machined out area on the slide. Just thought I'd show that to you, kind of interesting. Once again, John Browning's concepts are stolen by somebody else. Probably of all the people in the gun industry that if you asked anyone who was into guns what person they'd like to meet, you'd probably, if they could have met anybody, living or no longer living, they probably would have said John Browning first. And then maybe Stoner or the Russian fellow whose name escapes me. I'm not real good with Russian, or, you know, Jeff Cooper or something, but I would think that probably the first answer you get out of somebody's mouth would be John Browning. Just an absolute genius. And we're still stealing his ideas today. Just thought I'd mention that. Let's see, what they always say is subscribe, like, and share. Yeah, whatever. But I'd like you to subscribe. Till next time, guys, go out there and stay safe.